We are here at day 9 of the 16th annual Sylacauga Magic of Marble Festival in downtown Sylacauga at Central Park. Now I am joined by no stranger to anybody here locally. Used to be a local, Frank Murphy, now in Rome, Georgia. But Frank, how did you get started in art with sculpting and carving? And I know you've done other paintings and things like that. How did you just get started? Like, what was that inspiration, that spark for art?
I've been drawing since I was very young, and every little kid does some drawing when they're in class, in kindergarten, preschool, and other things. But I always felt, and people told me I was really good, so I assumed that was correct, and so I just continued to draw. I love to draw horses and cowboys and eagles, and then I love to draw sports figures, and I would do a lot of those things. So I've been drawing since I was very young. Didn't really start painting or anything else till after I was in college and taking art classes there. But I did early on. My dad brought home some marble when I was 9 years old and said, here's some marble I got from the quarry. And I said, I'm going to try to carve something. All I had was a claw hammer and a wood chisel. But I knew you were supposed to use a hammer and a chisel, so I just started beating on the rock till I thought I had something. And I showed it to my dad. I said, hey, look, Dad, look at this. It's Abraham Lincoln. And so that's how I got started sculpting. But I hadn't sculpted until my 30s when I was in an art store to buy paint because I was painting something. And I looked down and I saw a box. It said, stone carving set, $45. And I said, shoot, I'm going to get that because I know where to get marble because, you know, I grew up around here. I worked in the quarry at one time. So I bought it and had to read up on what the tools did because I didn't even know what each tool was for, and read up on that and started. I found me a piece of marble out at the quarry, picked it up, started carving, and that's really how I got started as a carver, and had done 5 or 6 things before the start of the Marble Festival. When the Marble Festival began, then I began doing it more regularly and more seriously.
And the Marble Festival, you know, being that this is the 16th anniversary, I know you've been here for most of them, if not 14. And so the piece you're working on this year, I know I walked up to you one day when I was shooting it, you know, and I know Krager's working on a sea turtle, and I looked at your piece and I'm just like, hey, is that a mermaid? So do you have a name for your piece, and what is it?
Well, I've decided it is a mermaid because everybody has said, hey, I think it's a mermaid. So I say, you're right, it's a mermaid. It might be Ariel. That would be a good name for a mermaid, I guess. But I haven't really gotten that far along. I'm still working through trying to cut enough stone away. But yeah, it's going to be a mermaid as far as I know, unless something changes.
And being that you've been here at the festival, for, like you said, for 14 years, and you've been able to see the growth and the progression of the festival, what is your overall thoughts over all those years of where it was at, just right up here on the corner where Bluebell has a new expansion? What are your thoughts from there to now being here at Central Park?
Well, you can see just in the facilities here now how it has grown and how they have taken advantage of how well it has been in the past to put up these pads, these great tents that we have now. You know, we used to just have a funeral home tent that was very small. It used to be just grass, and when it rained, you're going to get soaked in there. So just the facilities are much more advantageous to sculpting. And I think everyone knows more what to do and how to prepare for it, you know, we used to never have the opportunity to show our work, but now the library has an exhibit room that we can show pieces that the sculptors who are here now have worked on and already finished. And I like to tell visitors, hey, do that. Come here and see this, but go see what a finished product looks like. We have a welcome tent out here now, which we never had before, because there are a lot of people who would come and not know what was going on out here. They just, we had some folks here today from Dadeville who didn't even know this was going on, but were stopped to get ice cream, and so the people at the tent told them what this was about. And so now we have people who, that's their job, and they help people to see what's going on and tell them about the observation places that we have and the carving at the library, plus what's going on out here. So there's a lot more detailed planning into what we do now.
Well, thank you, Frank, for joining us here today on day 9 of the 16th annual Sylacauga Magical Marble Festival. This is Robert Pearson Jr. reporting for WOIL and WOTM TV.